The last few hours have been absolutely wild for Steelers fans. Two massive stories just dropped, shaking up the team and putting everyone on high alert. One involves one of the most feared defensive backs in the NFL, and he might be on his way to completely transform this defense. The other, a potential game-changing move on offense that, if it happens, could put Pittsburgh on an entirely new level. Talks have heated up, names are flying, and fans are buzzing. What's happening behind the scenes is serious. If you're a true Steelers fan, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Let's get into it. Jaylen Ramsay might have been left off ESPN's top 100 list for 2025, but don't get it twisted. The man's still got juice, and a lot of folks inside the league know it. ESPN's annual NFL rank dropped this week, and while Ramsay's name was nowhere to be found, league execs were quick to point him out as one of the biggest snubs. After all, this is a guy who, when locked in, still shuts dudes down at a high level. He can outstay his welcome, one personnel director told ESPN. But when he's motivated and locked in, he's still really good. And that's the version of Ramsay Pittsburgh's banking on after swinging a deal to bring him in from Miami, his third stop in 4 years. Now 31, Ramsay's not the ultra-young freak he once was, but he's not washed either. His 2024 stat line was no joke. 60 tackles, 11 passes defended, 2 picks, and a sack. The Pro Bowl might have snubbed him thanks to Miami's underwhelming 8-9 record, but the tape still showed a top-tier corner doing his thing. It's wild to think that just last year he was ranked number 45 on this same list, even after a knee injury. This year, crickets. That's the kind of slight that can light a fire under a dude like Ramsay, and if he's playing with a chip on his shoulder, watch out. The Steelers sure aren't treating him like a guy on the decline. With Ramsay, Darius Slay, and rookie standout Derek Harmon joining forces with Joey Porter Jr., Pittsburgh's secondary just went from decent to potentially dominant. Yes, they lost Minkah Fitzpatrick in the trade, but they patched that hole quickly with veteran safety Juan Thornhill. Pittsburgh gave up the 10th most passing yards per game last year, not exactly lockdown numbers, but that's expected to change in 2025. And that's saying something, because even with those struggles, this unit still finished 7th in scoring defense under Terrell Austin. The blueprint's there, and it's looking nasty. Sure, there are questions swirling around the offense, but defensively, this group might be a problem. They start the season with a lighter schedule, but once they hit that mid-season trio of the Vikings, Bengals, and Packers, we'll find out real quick just how dangerous this defense can be. And if you thought that defensive move was big, just wait until you hear what's being said about a certain wide receiver who could flip the script on offense. This just dropped. Well, the Terry McLaurin dream is officially dead for the Steelers. Pittsburgh was seriously eyeing the star wideout this offseason, but Washington put a ring on it, locking him down with a monster 3-year, $96 million extension. Yep, that's $32 million a year to keep him in the burgundy and gold, per insider Jordan Schultz. So much for the idea of him catching passes in black and gold. McLaurin didn't see the field all training camp thanks to a marathon of contract negotiations that had fans wondering if he was on his way out. And hey, at one point, it really looked like a breakup was coming. Teams were sniffing around, and Pittsburgh was right there among the most curious, making calls, asking about his status, and figuring out what a deal might look like. But in the end, it just didn't click. Washington never truly wanted to let go of their top guy, and while the Steelers were interested, the timing and fit just didn't come together. Still, Pittsburgh kept one eye on the situation as they searched for someone to line up alongside DK Metcalf and Calvin Austin III. That WR room still feels one piece short, and McLaurin was the dream addition. Now that he's off the market, the Steelers have to call an audible. They've been active, reaching out to Tampa Bay and New Orleans, and bringing Gabe Davis in not once but twice. Clearly, they're not just sitting on their hands. There's intent here. Thing is, Pittsburgh probably could have made McLaurin's price tag work under the cap. But whatever Washington wanted in return, that part's still a mystery, though early buzz said it was going to cost multiple firsts or seconds. Steep, to say the least. So here we are. With McLaurin out of play, the Steelers are shifting focus to the next tier of targets. Whether that ends in a deal before Week 1 remains to be seen, but there's no doubt they're making moves behind the scenes. The hunt for a legit WR continues, just without Davkru 17 on the radar. It's clear the Steelers are making moves, and it feels like something big could happen at any moment. If these pieces fall into place, everything changes. Now it's a matter of sealing the deal. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what happens next.